Yep, welcome to Bet on Yourself Media Sports. I am Reggie, your host. Before I get started, I would like to thank all those who subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate y'all subscription. It does not go unnoticed. I'm very, very grateful for y'all subscribing. Please tell a friend to tell a friend about Bet on Yourself Media Sports. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of February. And with y'all guys' help out there, I know we can get this done. So spread the word. Tell them to subscribe to Bet on Yourself Media Sports. Help a brother out. Hit the notification bell, hit that like button, and let's get it on. So here we go, man. Talk about this Philadelphia Eagles signing of Julian, almost call him O, because I can't pronounce his last name, from Detroit. They picked him up yesterday. He's 6'4", 255 pounds. He was a third round draft pick in 2021, I think it is. And the guy, he has speed. He has good speed, and he's talented. So I think this is a good pickup for the Eagles, bringing this guy into camp along with the likes of Terrell Lewis that we picked up. We signed also and another gentleman from Cleveland. I believe his last name was Watkins. These linebackers and inside and outside linebackers that they bringing in. It's going to be a very competitive camp coming up, along with the other signings that the Eagles have done. Now, will this guy make the team? I don't know, but I think he has a great chance of doing so due to the fact that our linebacker position was what it was last year, and the only one that I'm seeing that's possibly that could come back to me outside of Dean is Cunningham. The rest of the guys, I don't think they'll be around, if at all. But yeah, the next thing I want to talk about, man, is prayers out to the people up there in Kansas City, man. It was a sad, sad thing that went on up there in Kansas City with the situation with the people celebrating the championship up there, and a couple of lives was lost. People were injured. It's just a shame that we can't even go out and celebrate and enjoy our team's efforts, and have a good moment together and come together as a fan base.
In the last 5 years, the Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions, ushering in the game's latest dynasty. In just the second overtime game in Super Bowl history, it's a Mahomes-led drive elevating this franchise to rarefied heights. They say it after every one, and they'll say it again. How about those Chiefs? Taking a look.
It's unfortunate that one young lady, she lost her life. She was a DJ, apparently up there, had left behind 3 kids. So my prayers go out to her and her family. I don't know her name. And then there's several other people that were injured, including a 6-year-old young person. So my prayers go out to all those out there in Kansas City and your family, and I hope y'all have a speedy recovery and can get through this situation out there and go on with life. God bless you all. And then I want to change topics. I want to go ahead to this firing of Steve Wilks. Steve Wilks was fired by the San Francisco 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan. He Kyle Shanahan fired this man to me for no, it wasn't justifiable to me, the reason why he fired him. Put it that way. It was an unjustifiable firing for this young man, this coach. I think he was doing a fantastic job up there. I read somewhere that Shanahan didn't really get along with him. And it was an incident that I recall in the Super Bowl where he called the timeout because he didn't like the defensive call that Mr. Wilks had made. He made the adjustment and San Francisco scored. I mean, and yeah, and Kansas City scored. So, now who's take the blame for that? Obviously, Mr. Wilkins is going to take the blame for it, but head coach Kyle Shanahan made the call, and it didn't work out. And I'm going to say this here too, that it's always happens. I want to say this here too. I noticed this here, that the Philadelphia Eagles lost to Kansas City last year was basically a blueprint of what Kansas City did again this season to them. Listen, I'm gonna just want to run this by you real quick. I might not get all the details correctly, but for the most part, y'all understand. At halftime, we was up 10-0, by 10. Halftime this year, they was up by 10. Jalen Hurts fumbled on a turnover. Okay, McCaffrey fumbled on a turnover. Um, Kansas City fumbled down the 10-yard line, 5-yard line. San Francisco recovered. Okay, now the last play of the game for us was the drag when they ran the guy in motion. The guy came back out, but Bradbury held him. The same play they ran, in the Super Bowl this last week, but the guy didn't get out on the right-hand side. Ours play was on the left-hand side. The exact same play, curl out, Mahomes threw it, touchdown, game over. It was the same exact play down to a T. And they ran that play like 2 or 3 times during the game. But at this specific time, it counted. So I just want to throw that out there. If any of y'all noticed that or not, that how Kansas City won that game last year against us and how they won this game against um, the 49ers this year was exactly basically the same. A lot of the same things went on in the game as far as penalty, players turning the ball over, the interception that Mahomes threw. So it was basically a copycat of a last year's Super Bowl. Yeah, but getting back into this firing guy, I'm not gonna stay on it too much longer. I just don't agree with it. It says that Kyle Shanahan called the surprise phone conference 2 p.m. for Pacific time the other day. This came after Shanahan didn't guarantee that he would be back. Speaking on Mr. Wilks, then Shanahan stated that it just wasn't the right fit. Speaking on Mr. Wilks, it wasn't the right fit. But I think his defense played great or good all season long. He beat all the top teams with that defense. He did lose Greenwald in the game with the Achilles, and that was a freak accident of him running back on the field. But it was a big loss for them, and it's sad, but it's true. These coaches, and if you're not on a buddy team, and he wasn't hired from within, this is what happened to you. You're subject to be out of there. But I don't like the taste in my mouth behind it. I think it's more behind it than what it is. But that's me. That's my opinion. I'm being biased at the most point. He's the scapegoat. He got to take he's being the fall guy for Shanahan's failure. But they're falling apart up there. Wide receivers. I can't remember his name. One of the wide receivers wants out, wants to leave. Debo Samuel, he's still crying. So they're getting a little bit of ruffles around the edges down there in San Francisco. Hit that like button. Let me know what y'all think about the Philadelphia Eagles picking up this young guy, Julian O. What do y'all think? Prayers out to Kansas City and moving forward with the Eagles. Howie and guys are in definite mode of picking up some new players, getting ready for the draft. But with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm ratting. Be good. Be safe. God bless. Keep the main thing, and have an attitude of gratitude. With that being said, y'all, peace. Born strong. Talk to y'all later.